Hi everyone, welcome back to Abra Knowledge channel. So this is the book we are going to review today, Six Sigma Handbook, and it's a 4th edition. And the topic which we are going to discuss today is Kano model. So Kano model is mentioned briefly almost in one page in this very book, and page number 90. As you know that the Kano model come from the person who developed the Kano model, called Nuri Teki Kano, the person who developed that Kano model. And basically it outlined in this fashion. I'm going to explain today, and what a beautiful way of explaining this Kano model. I find it very useful, and I'm going to narrate to you this very plot, so that it will be very interesting for you. Let me start. So basically what is the Kano model describe about is, so what you need to do is you need to enhance the customer satisfaction, or you need to look at the things what is must to have more than what is good to have and take for granted, right? So let's put these things in another paradigm. It talks about is the dissatisfaction. This is the dissatisfaction layer, and what we need to do is we need to improve the quality, right? How we can improve the quality? There are three things being explained. First one is the basic quality. Basic quality is something which customer will not explain, and in ISO term that is called implied requirement. Implied requirement come from the part of the custom or part of the best practices. That is the basic quality. Customer will not describe it, customer will not mention it, and those things which we need to complain. Take an example of a car, automotive in example. In the automotive example, a car has to have a tire, has to have a the other things, right? The brakes and all that, right? Those things are very fundamental, right? So customer will not narrate it down that this is the thing I want and all that. That is called basic quality. Basic quality is something, the more, if you're not meeting the requirement, you will continue to have dissatisfaction of the customer. Let's talk about the next one, that's called expected quality. That basic quality, the other word is expected quality. Expected quality meaning like customer will narrate it, customer specifies it, customer mentions it, customer specifies its own requirement, right? That is called expected quality. For example, let's say the customer says that I need to have this product on so and so date, with a particular stipulated time, with a particular stipulated specification. All of these things called expected quality. Expected quality, what we need to do is we need to meet, right? So that means we're gonna take care of two things. One, the basic quality, that is implied requirement. One is called explicit requirement, that is called expected quality. So we're gonna take care of two things. One is implied requirement, one is explicit requirement. Let's talk about the exciting quality, right? Exciting quality is something actually like which will take you to the higher benchmark, which will take you to enhance the customer satisfaction. That exciting quality is all about how do you take care, how do you enhance the customer satisfaction and all that. So in this very book, it has given one example of a car, and wonderful example. It says that Cadillac is the manufacturing of a car, and which brought the new things called headlight. Stay on long as enough for the owner to walk safely to the door, right? And for the first time it was introduced, all the feature was exciting the customer, exciting the people, right? The same thing it became now, that is called exciting quality. So going beyond the customer requirement, going beyond the basic quality, going beyond the expected quality, that is called exciting quality, meaning that is something which will enhance the customer satisfaction, right? And then in the competitive, there is a competitive pressure. So when the more and more you apply, the more and more the features you added, what will happen? You can stay on the market and you can enhance the customer satisfaction, right? So that's what it has to say about it. What we need to do is we need to have this thing, basic quality, and we must need to comply with, and then from the basic quality, and we need to also comply that expected qualities. When these two things are fully met, whether it is implied or explicit requirement, then we need to look at there is something called exciting quality. We also need to look at the competitive pressures, competitive environment, competitive customers, or competitive, the suppliers and all that, and have that best quality. And also that it also says two things, very wonderful quote. And in this one, the first thing, today's exciting quality, right, is the tomorrow's basic quality. Today, like take an example of Cadillac example, the headlight example, right? So that was exciting at the first time, and now it is become a part and parcel of the requirement, right? So this is the first thing it says that, and the next thing it says that while there is nothing wrong with the improving these aspect of the business performance, and it is not in this, it will not ensure the organization remain viable in the long run. So we need to have more of these things, exciting quality, to stay the to retain the customer. One of the quintessence, one of the paramount thing, we need to have exciting quality. The last but not the least, it also says that long-term success require that the organization innovate. The quotation is, innovation is a result of creative activity. So with that thought, I wanted to leave this one, and I wanted to think from everything you do, think from the Kano model. You're developing project, think from the Kano model. What is the business requirement? What are my CTQs, critical to quality? That critical to quality can come from three things, voice of customer, voice of business, and cost of poor quality. So just think about it and have it. Whether I'm basic failure, whether I'm arresting it, then you go for what are the things I'm expecting this project. Then that is called expected quality. What more I can get it? Maybe the yokaton, maybe horizontal deployment, best practices sharing, and knowledge transfer and all that. That is called exciting quality. Even if you take the petrol bunk example, the last example I will leave it. The petrol bank, you just fill up the petrol. The next thing is you have that, you can also fill the air, right, for free, right? So that is something that this is the basic expectation quality. We need a petrol, we need a fuel. The next thing is air and all that, right? That's complementary. The same like in hotel example, how we have a complementary for everything. So this is called Kano model. Kano model angle it down to a focus that we need to have, not only we need to basically meet the requirement of the customer, a basic quality, but we need to go beyond that one. It gives a very fantastic angle to look at things, to look at quality in a very, very positive and fresh angle as well. So thank you so much. Please do like, share, subscribe my channel. You have wonderful